Welcome to our video presentation, How do Leaders Use Evidence? Effective leadership uses student data and evidence to inform decision making. The benefits include being able to specifically guide practice and inform teachers of next steps. Evidence and data can be a formative assessment linked to teaching practices and/or summative assessment. The data needs to be systematic, balanced between class and external sources, and should include achievement data as well as aptitude and attitude measures. There needs to be caution about using data in superficial ways. Stakeholders tend to use what is congruent with their existing beliefs and pay less attention to that which challenges their beliefs. Data and evidence gathering can be overwhelming and difficult to access. It can be riddled with ambiguities that allow stakeholders to infer what they want. Opportunities and support are needed throughout system levels to access useful evidence in a timely manner and in a straightforward form. Analyzing data and looking at evidence should be part of day-to-day routines. It's not just for experts to do outside of the classroom. Leaders influence knowledge creation and mobilization around 4 themes: collaboration, focus, inquiry, and learning beyond boundaries. In order to create knowledge and its distribution, there needs to be a culture of trust and risk-taking, as well as time to talk. Leaders need to focus their improvement plans on 1 or 2 priorities or goals. Inquiry needs to be open-ended and allow for reflection and introspection. Accessing expertise outside of the school is important to learn beyond the boundaries of the building. Assessment that happens needs to be aligned with the goals, and clear expectations need to be communicated to all stakeholders. There's oftentimes resistance from staff to change practice, philosophy, or pedagogy. Ultimately, leaders are responsible for making hard decisions. Therefore, leaders need to establish a community of trust where dialogue can occur around discrepancies in evidence and practice. School leaders need to be guided by a strong moral purpose that allows them to lead with integrity in the face of resistance among their staff members.
When using evidence to inform decision-making concerning professional development for improving teaching and learning, and ultimately student achievement, it is important for leaders to permeate to their staff that evidence is not limited to academic research. Although research-based designs provide rich knowledge in learning developments and education-related theories, on their own, they do not guarantee improvement. When building capacity in teachers and school leaders, the evidence used to inform professional development needs to focus on developing measures that link the enacted curriculum with the intended curriculum. Multiple sources of evidence should be used, as different types of evidence offer different perspectives, addressing the needs of the different stakeholders. For example, standardized tests compared to classroom assessments and observations, compared to testimonials, or even research-based designs. Although gathering data can be challenging, the process needs to be transparent, always keeping the end in mind. What are the needs of the students and teachers that we are trying to address? This process provides opportunities for collaboration, not only among staff members, but with researchers as well. However, school districts need to provide time, support, and incentives for collaborative inquiry in order to build partnership with researchers. If schools were given the resources and flexibility in exchange for being held accountable, teachers and principals would be more motivated to foster continuous improvement. For example, building time into teacher schedules for PLCs or embedded PD that allows time for planning, reflection, and knowledge mobilization of academic research. An over-reliance on standardized tests or experiential evidence can be explained by the inability of most teachers to translate academic research into usable practice. More expertise is needed at the school and classroom level. The question returns, how can leaders address this intimidation to use academic research to guide professional judgments? Distributed leadership, collaboration, and a shared vision are definitely a beginning to bridging the gap between research and practice.
The main function of building relationships is to lead continuous improvement in the school environment and promote student learning and education.
Building positive parental relationships and integrating them has numerous benefits that include academic, social, and behavioral, resulting in improved grades and attitudes. School management systems provide extensive support for e-leadership by school principals and increase pedagogical effectiveness of schools. Data-driven decision-making facilitates monitoring of curriculum, managing learning performance and student activity, and effective communication among staff, students, and parents. The access to information is linked to increasing parents' self-efficacy and comfort level in participating in their children's education. Using technology facilitates instant communication, reduces the time costs associated with other procedures, and improves relationship buildings for students who are shy. Data-driven decision-making provides meaningful opportunities to parents to participate in the education of their children. Schools can adopt stronger parent involvement policies, manage parent focus groups, support to families by providing a wide range of facilities and opportunities for networking. Systems are valuable only if at least most of the teaching staff are entering data and using the system on a regular basis. The system that opens access to student data for students and their parents cannot replace face-to-face meetings or telephone conversations, as it is important to convey nonverbal social communication cues. Barriers continue to exist, particularly for urban, low-income, immigrant, minority, and working-class parents. Language barriers, work schedules result in lower level of parent involvement by working-class parents, in particular those from ethnic and racial minorities. Relationship building resulting through technological integration of system needs to involve all levels. If implemented only by a small fraction of the organization, can result in expensive waste of school resources. Issues like social class differences, language and cultural barriers can create obstacles for meaningful involvement and communication. Individual differences, including fear of change, adopting innovations, or varied methods, is another barrier to implementation and improvement due to new methods.
To conclude, we leave you with this final question. What are the limitations you see in using evidence to guide your own practice?